Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Let's Try to Learn. Today we're going to be trying to learn Rexxar. Sorry this video came late. It's just how things go. It was very difficult for me to learn this hero and manage a bunch of other things. So, first I'd like to just really quickly say something. So, there's a Frostlord bundle for Rexxar and it's overpriced. Yeah, I am not a huge fan. I've made this clear. I'm not a huge fan of how they price these heroes. Rexxar was 15,000 gold on launch. That was every last piece of gold I had. Just like the extremes I go for you guys, because I didn't have enough money on my card. Anyway. So, the voice actor, if I'm not mistaken, who's doing this, is I believe Steve Bloom, who's also doing, of course, Abathur. I know for sure, and I'm assuming a Nubarak, unless they got the guy who did him in Wrathful King Frozen Throne, which Steve Bloom didn't do, but Steve Bloom did the original voice of Rexxar for Nubarak and Rexxar in Warcraft 3, that I know for sure. Unless it's Metzen, I can't really... I'm sure it's Steve Bloom, though. It's really hard to find information online. You'd think that the voice actors for these characters, these legendary characters, would have more credit, other than from fan sites and Wikipedia. Whatever. So, Rexxar is basically... Let's actually just get into the game. Rexxar has Misha as his backup, as he did kind of in the game. So he's basically a warrior support-ish kind of hero. So he has the damage of an he's more of a tank and he's kind of a combination between a tank and an assassin. So he can take a lot of hits, but not as many as say the Butcher or Diablo. But with Misha combined, he does plenty of damage, almost as much as an assassin at times. You want to combo Misha as much as possible because then you can be potentially better than most heroes. The only problem is that, well, several problems I will mention. Rexxar has very limited range. Now, again, you're going to want to utilize Misha as much as possible because Rexxar's abilities that slow down heroes, and it allows Misha to catch up to them and kill them at low health. So we're doing Cursed Hollow right here. It's not my choice, but whatever. So, collecting tribute. You can collect tribute and have Misha fight for you. The problem is that, see, Misha has an ability that, you have an ability that lets you call back Misha. You might have seen it from the trailers. I'll actually show you that in a second. So the first ability that we are probably going to get is Regeneration, because that affects Misha as well. But you're not going to be healing Misha too much in this game. A lot of the enemies that go directly for you instead of Misha. When Misha dies, they only take they only get 0.25%, 0.25 marked for their takedowns. They don't get a full takedown. Sort of like Lost Vikings. You're also going to notice Misha's going to always have more health than Rexxar. She's more of a tank than Rexxar is. So this is one of the abilities Rexxar has. So you can call her to stay by your side, or you can have her go ahead. This is very useful if you want her to like attack the enemy, or if you want her to stay close by and avoid towers. So you're really going to want to hug this key. As I mentioned earlier, when you're gathering tributes, you might want to be careful when using them, because if you're trying to gather your tribute on this map, it'll cancel out gathering tribute if you hit the D key, even though it affects direct Misha, because you're technically using it as a Rexxar ability. So how does Rexxar play? Well, I've kind of been talking about that, but he is very limited range, and that's the biggest problem. He has less range than most heroes. I would say it's about half of Raynor's. And you can also heal Misha when you hit the E key. And you're going to want to use this a lot. This Butcher's actually not very good, although we are kind of double ganking him. But notice how close I got to be to attack. It looks like it's about the same as the other, but it's really not. Now you can actually increase the range in an ability here. Basic attack range at level 7, 25% increase. Now Rexxar can actually die very quickly because a lot of people just go for him because they realize, hey, if we kill Rexxar, Misha will go away too. Now you have two abilities that can stun, or one ability that stuns, one ability that slows. So you have Spirit Swoop, which I showed you earlier. This throws out, you might recognize the bird actually from Warcraft 3, which you traveled with Rexxar. One of Rexxar's many pets. You could actually get the boar as well. That's the ultimate that you can choose if you don't want to choose Misha's ultimate. So you can stun with Misha's charge. Now you have to be careful because no, don't click the map. Misha's charge, you know, it's not. He doesn't go from me. It's like you know, Misha ability, right? So when you hit that, it's Misha's the one that's going to be charging. So you don't want to. You want to be careful and pay attention to where Misha is when you do that, because you could be like, oh, I'm right here and I'll charge him. Like, no, that's what Misha does, and Misha's all the way back here. That's not going to reach. So be careful. So you have Misha basic attacks healer for level 4, increase spirit swoop, slow amount and duration. Increase spirit swoop range, returns mana to Misha, or returns mana to you. Misha's more effective against minions and mercs. We're gonna go with this because I think we're gonna just push lanes this time around. But we actually have to go over here, and I don't think we're actually gonna get this tribute. Oh god. Misha could also tank some hits from towers for you, if need be. Oh god, no. She's all the way up there, I couldn't charge. Clutch. Alright, so one of the biggest problems that I think I'm trying to get over is when you're all clustered together. Like, let's say you have a group of 3, or let's say a group of 4 people counting Rexxar, and not counting Misha, so that's technically 5 units on the screen. It can be very difficult to manage Misha and Rexxar, because you could be like, okay, I'm on Rexxar, then it's like, oh god, Misha's about to die, or oh god, Rexxar's about to die, because I was charging and I forgot. Yeah, it can be very difficult to manage both in a fight. Because like, again, like, charge affects Misha, swoop affects with Rexxar, the ultimate can affect either, depending on what you picked. It's very difficult to control both, so you're just going to want to stick together as much as possible. What are you talking about? I was getting this. Anyway, so one thing to note is that his ultimate cooldown is short. We'll actually get more into that when we get it, but it's very useful. You want to keep burning that. It's one of the shortest ultimates that any hero has. Now, Rexxar's AoE isn't very good either, and that's a big problem. He also doesn't have really any escape abilities until I think level 16. Yeah, become invulnerable and control Misha. Like, that's the only thing he has. So, and you have to pick that. So yeah, AoE is not very good. Although he doesn't really have any maps that are bad on, because I think the only one is like the... God, what's the one with the Eternal Shrines? The ones that shoot those laser beams as you control them, because Misha can kind of stay in the area. Misha can also pick up items, like doubloons and the spider gems from those. So he's actually pretty good in... Rexxar and Misha are actually pretty good in many maps. The only one is he's not really good. I think is it Battlefield of Eternity, the one with angels fighting, whatever. God, I cannot remember today. Get that fool. Ah. But you notice that there, like, that's a really cool mechanic that... God, I gotta fight these guys. I don't want to. No. That's a really cool mechanic that Misha can catch up to them while you're staying back, because Misha will naturally almost always have more health than you. So you can have her chase down people without having too much of a risk. But yeah, the one where, the battlefield where Tyrael and the angel and the demon are fighting, I really want to say Tyrael, because... But anyway, we're actually going to get basic attack range here. Should we? We should actually do that. We want to power up Rexxar just a little bit. But when they're fighting, you know, you have to avoid those areas where... see, and actually, yeah, I tried to use... I wasn't paying attention. when they're fighting, you know, they put up those areas where you can get hit and you can get stunned, like haunted mines. No, not haunted mines. Well, kind of, but the one with Cursed Hollow, whatever it is, with the gardens, and you have to fight the terrors. It's a little bit tricky to manage Misha because Misha could be like because Rexxar's range is really short. So let's say you have Misha like right here, and Rexxar's right here attacking the boss. Excuse me, you would have to move Rexxar out of the way and then also call Misha back because chances are with the range Rexxar has, she's going to be very close by and you're not going to be able to get her out of those circle area of effects. And when you're fighting that boss, it's in Battlefield of Eternity, it's even more difficult. But she can collect those little seeds at night. See, look at this. Can we catch up? And because... Oh, come on, don't fall back. See, if I had charge right there, I actually should have gotten the charge boost. I could have stopped him. But that's really cool because Misha can also stun, Rexxar can then catch up. So it's a nice combination. You have to really synergize them and have them work with each other well. I'm not very good at either. So this actually sends the... So here's the ability I was talking about. This sends the boars. This upgrades Misha's basic attack damage by 150% for 12 seconds, and then this throws the boars. This is also slow enemies. This is also very useful. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it adds another slow to your arsenal. So I actually think we're just gonna go with... Let's actually show you the boars, what they do specifically. I wasn't paying attention. So you're really gonna want to hug that D key. You're gonna want to hug the D with Misha, because you really want to... I haven't really showed you too much of it because we're actually doing kind of well in this game, and it's hard for me to pay attention, but in lanes, when you're pushing, you're really going to want to keep her back from the enemy. Early on, at least. I know, I got it. Jesus. You guys are probably fine. If you kill quick enough, at least. Did I even get that area? Yeah, I did. Throw the boars out. I don't know if you saw them. But the cooldown's only 60 seconds, so you'll see it again. But they all kind of like just split off and... yes. They all kind of split off and attack. Can I get this? Lol, lol, lol. And they get the curse. This is why I don't like playing Heroes of the Storm with a random queue. It's just bad. Too much. I'm not... Rexxar isn't very good of a siege hero or a... I don't know if Misha's damage is counted. I want to say they are, but again, he's more of a tank. So there's the boars. Can we get a hit? We can get a hit. Come on, Misha. Just don't back away. Come on. I just don't want... I want to... Ah, God. Alright. I was thinking if we can get the kill. We couldn't. Alright, so basic attack screens movement speeds for 2 seconds. This is actually very useful for hunting them down. Misha deals damage to nearby enemies. That's cool if you want. We're actually going to go with this because we already got the mercenaries thing and the minions. Get a free charge if you miss. Rexxar's not really my cup of tea. I would prefer... he's more like a... He's an all-around hero. He doesn't have that many strengths unless you're very good with Misha. Run. And a lot of people think, like, when they see those trailers for... when they first saw the trailers for Rexxar, like, oh, a lot of people are going to attack Misha, and we just got to synchronize and use Misha to tank. Well, The problem is that everyone goes for Rexxar anyway, because they know they've played WoW, they've played any other game that's like, hey, if you kill the master, the beast is not going to want to fight anymore. Nice, nice. Misha got the kill. Can we get away? No, we can't. Only 5 deaths, not the worst. Now, some other tidbits is that, yeah, again, she can pick up items, but you can also both heal from the fountains, which is great. I would prefer if they had some more hotkeys in this game, specifically for this character now, because what I want to do is I want to be able to flee and still have Misha attack one hero. I mean, I know there might be like a distance limit, but there needs to be something because... oh, shoot. Because what happens is that, like, let's say I want to retreat right now, like I have low health, and I want to, like, just back away. See, well, let's say I want to still have Misha attack that guy, and let's say Zero Tool's on my ass, so I wanted to run away while I have Misha attack. Misha will just kind of come back to you after a certain point, or, like, you're not really attacking anyone or targeting anyone, so she'll go back, and that's really annoying. Like, that's a huge problem, especially if they have low health, and she'll just stop. Like, just when she's about to get the final kill, she moves back. Like, there needs to be a better control scheme for it. We're gonna actually get this, because... even though this is really cool for tanking, this is going to be really nice for getting away. Although I haven't really used it yet, I think it's used still in place. Got tribute, nice. Fortunately, most of our team is dead. See, like, Misha's not, like, I'm trying to get away from Jaina, and Misha's, like, following me, and I'm like, I don't... there we go. I don't want Misha to just do that. Like, I might have been able to kill her a little bit earlier there. Actually, instead of not killing her at all, you know. The ETCs and everyone's gonna kill her, I guess, not me. Rexxar's also good for fighting mercs. You know, you can tank one, fight the other. Very good for siege mercs. Decent for those, you know, 4 crew, the bruiser mercs, like these guys. Like she can tank a lot, and you could also, and because you have men pet, you can like have her tank 3, do 1. Yourself for like optimal damage. Overall, the Rexxar hero is quite interesting to play. I need more practice. This is why this is a let's try to learn instead of a professional look at it, because I could not do that. I just wanted to show you guys just a little bit. I think we can hit level 20 this game. But you really, it's a really synchronous kind of hero that it's just, I mean, once you, it's like that's the biggest difficulty curve, is learning Misha. Did Misha die? Where's Misha? Oh. See, when you see all these heroes on the screen, it's kind of hard to manage her. No, get away. Yes, I am retreating. No one's over here. We just got the boss got some few hits on the base. Team is actually alright. can't complain too much. When you're on a bad team with Rexxar, though, oh god, you get just wrecked if the team's uncoordinated, because you really need, if you utilize Misha with teammates and fighting, it's basically like, it's almost like 2.5 hero, or like Rexxar is basically like 1.5 heroes at times if you utilize Misha well. And when you have Abathur, that's 2.5, and when you utilize them properly, that's another thing. Abathur can go on Misha, but when you utilize them properly, it's great. But if your teammates suck and they're not doing good teamwork, I mean, this team is not really doing good teamwork either. It's a random, solo queue, so I don't expect much. Oh my god. That's hilarious. We get it, El Diablo. See, I forgot that Misha the charge thing. But when you don't have good teammates, it can really suck, and I mean, this is partly because I suck at the game. Dude, Jesus. Ugh. So are we going after the boss or are we not? What are we doing? Boss. Why don't you get over here? I don't know what I'm doing. Just because this happens. This is why we don't solo queue. Oh, and the whole team's dead now. Great. Awesome. Is half the team, like, Hispanic or something? Alright, I think we just... Good thing we have the increased damage to mercenaries. We haven't been doing that a lot. I would say that would have been a better choice for Lair the Spider Queen. We know. Okay. Fine. Oh, now he says to get boss, now he wants us to defend. Genius. See what I mean? Misha would not be able to run if I caught, even if I caught that. It's just a little bit annoying. There needs to be some kind of advanced control method where you can control her like very directly, and not just through this feign death. Healer, Jesus. Sergeant Hammer, get away from me. No, it's not. It's not even close. Do you see how much health they have here? I mean, if you're bad, then of course it is. I didn't Misha that time, though, so that kind of sucks. The only problem is now if they rush our core at all, we are doomed. Did they kill the boss already? Wow. It's a downer. Well, I'm going to have to gather tribute, because if they get it one more time, we are completely screwed. I don't have really a lot of health either, so that kind of sucks. We don't need all. It's gonna be like, oh my god, I was clicking off, down. It's gonna be, I mean, actually with my stupidity. I mean, yeah, just, you said all there, and then now you want... Well, not Val then. Diablo did. Yeah, just conflicting opinions. It doesn't matter. I think we're gonna die anyway because their entire team just came back. Minus Jaina, of course. I mean, this can kind of last if everyone's there when their heroes are attacking. But if they, what? Oh shit! That's why. Yeah, those boards also... Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Nice. Yeah, those boards also heat seek. I was wondering, I'm like, go home, game, you're drunk. You're not getting attacked. It's like, oh shit. Was. Nice. We can actually come back from this. Would be even better if we had a boss or some siege going on. We don't though. They pretty much have to defend here. Get this guy. Yes, I think we can do it. Overkill. So like that, you can stun for it. Nice. I think we're gonna retreat. Don't push our lock. We're also going to stay back here just a little bit in case... I think they're all there though. We don't need the boss. It's literally, yeah. Okay, cool. We did it. So it's like, literally, we're about to destroy their base. There's no point. In fact, if you just charge in, and that's what we did. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, final impressions of Rexxar. He's not too bad. He is pretty good. I bet someone who's better at Hero Storm than I am can use him way better. But he's a cool hero. Love it that Steve Bloom has reprised this role. He pretty much dropped out, like, when it came to Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm content. And, like, I guess he was just busy with other games, and then now he's back to do all our favorite characters. I still don't know if it's a new... He's doing a new Barak, though. Yeah, no idea. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.